bam, 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 it, bam,
Da
bam, bam,
da
bam,
da
bam,
da.
bam, bam, bam,
Do
bam,
do
bam,
do
bam,
do
bam,
do
bam,
do do do. Go ahead
bam.
and jump.
Jap! Welcome back, everyone, to the movie talk. Hanging out with my buddy. Fuck Google Plus. What's up, my dude? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
What
Take
do
two.
what are we what are we what are we gonna be talking about this evening?
We're gonna be talking about cough drops.
Or is that a reference?
No, no, it's not. No, we're gonna be talking about all of the pop culture references and Easter eggs in the movie Ready Player One.
Ready Player One. The main dude is called Wade Watts, and he says his dad named him that because it sounded like a superhero name, right? Kind of like Peter Parker or something. Or
Yeah,
like Wade
Peter
Wilson or
Parker,
something.
Bruce Wayne.
And there was a lunchbox. There was a He-Man lunchbox. I noticed. Nobody else noticed this, but I noticed that there was a He-Man
You
lunchbox.
shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. I was the one who pointed that out. You didn't notice that.
By the way, this is a second take because I forgot to press recording on the thing.
He forgot to press record.
So I was trying to steal Goog's thing. I totally did not. I didn't notice the He-Man lunchbox at all.
Yeah, right there at the beginning of the movie, he's going through like that little fucking scrap pile of cars, and he goes into his spot where he's always like going into the thing, and he puts his glasses on the He-Man lunchbox. That was a He-Man lunchbox. So he goes, he's like explaining like all this stuff, showing the damn like Oasis, like you can go here and you can do, you can even go mountain climbing with Batman, and that was one of the next one, and you see Batman climbing up a mountain with somebody else, and
Yeah, like a big freezing mountain. He's climbing up, and somebody else is like
yeah,
tethered to him or something. The
and it
Oasis
was
is
the
this
Michael.
magical online place that people go to escape their terrible reality or
Uh-huh.
whatever. But you could be
Yeah.
anybody, you could do anything. So there's just fucking 1,000 million infinite references in this movie.
But yeah, that Batman that was climbing a mountain, man, that was the Michael Keaton Batman. I swear it was. It's got to be.
It probably
But
was, or at least the comic version that was like the older type or whatever. Do you like Michael Keaton as Batman?
I do.
I really
I
appreciate.
think he was a good Batman.
Burton original Batman stuff was kind of epic.
Yeah, Tim Burton's always really good at everything. Pretty much all the Tim Burton movies good, man. You got like the Butcher Barber on Fleet Street. That was fucking amazing.
Well, that actually it makes me like wish there like certain types of references were more in the movie, like maybe more Tim Burton characters or something.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah, you don't see Jack Skellington in there. The fucking Corpse Bride. That's what it was. The Corpse Bride.
Yeah, there's no Frankenweenies in there. I have a theory that there's a ton of scenes where there's just a lot of characters on screen, and I bet if you look closely, I bet there's a lot of reused characters. Because you see Batman several times, you see Spawn at least a couple times, you see the Battletoads at least a couple times. I bet if you look closely, they had to reuse some of those like 3D models that they had the rights to.
Yeah, you have all these characters emerging. I'm sure that a lot of those characters are references of things, but I didn't like really recognize any of them as anything. RoboCop. Next to him, you had Martin the Martian.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't even notice Marvin the Martian, and I don't remember RoboCop either. I feel like you gotta like slow mo this whole thing, or just take it scene by scene just to catch everything. There's like a million fucking references in every shot.
Like they cut to another scene where people are like outside walking on this sidewalk thing, and you see Hello Kitty. Who remembers Hello Kitty? Do you remember Hello Kitty?
I do. I think it's still a thing, but I don't think I caught it, or if I did, I didn't pay attention to it. Because there's so much, like so many references. Like even if you do catch something, you're gonna forget about it immediately because there's like 5 others.
Like
or I mean,
five
1,000
others right after it.
Yeah, or
right.
1,000 behind that one thing you might catch.
The first thing you see H. Slay is Freddy Krueger. Yeah, I don't even know which Freddy Krueger that was. Was that like the original Freddy Krueger from the first movie, or
It
was
was.
it
It
the
was. I
Freddy,
think it was one of the first, like, from the first, like, two or three movies.
the guy who played Freddy Krueger?
Robert England.
Robert England. Yeah, Robert England. James Halliday dies. He plays this video. He's in this like fucking casket with quarters over his eyes and shit. And he sits up and he's, everybody, if you're watching this, I'm dead. But like right there in that scene, you got like you said, this was the thing that you didn't notice. And I don't know how you couldn't notice it. It's like fucking right there. You can't miss it. And then the other flower arrangement was the USS Enterprise.
I admitted to Goog before we started recording that I don't know anything about Star Trek. I know bare minimum about Star Trek. I barely have seen anything.
Yeah, even the casket that he was in was one of the capsules that they used when they had a funeral on the Star Trek show, and they put him in this little fucking capsule and they shot it out into space. They had the Bigfoot monster truck that was H's truck. Wade, or Parzival, explains that this is his avatar unless he tries to change it. He fucking changes his hair. H says, well, you could afford that something about Mary hairdo.
Yeah. See, it's not just visual references, it's music references, and most, like, a huge chunk of the dialogue is also just them saying references
like
to things.
Them spamming those damn references, yeah. Man, it's crazy. So during that race, you see the Mach 5 from Speed Racer, and he's driving the DeLorean from Back to the Future with the license plate that says Parzival on it.
I forgot about the Speed Racer thing.
The Adam West Batmobile.
Yeah, old ass
like
fucking
the old
Batmobile.
School. Right.
The one without the top on it. It was more blue, had a little bit of red trim.
So they go, you watch, and he's going through the race, and he comes around this corner, goes through between all these buildings, and like he goes past this theater, and the theater's playing Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jack Slater 3 from the movie Last Action Hero.
But like you said, it was just a reference to a fake movie that was in that other movie.
Fictitious movie inside of the movie.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. It's a movie referencing a fake movie. That's fucking
right?
Movieception, people.
Movieception. And then, like, right after that, this fucking T-Rex from Jurassic Park comes up. And we had a conversation about this.
Are you sure it wasn't the T-Rex from Land of the Lost? Because I was almost sure that it was.
Yeah, no, but... that's what I was gonna say, you damn fucker. You stole my line. And you were supposed to say, oh, well, wasn't the T-Rex from Land of the Lost named Scar and had a big scar on its face?
I think it was.
And I'm like, yeah! Oh, yeah, that's right. So it's gotta be the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
I'm memeing the shit out of Goog right now. I'm just fucking, like, I'm trying to steal all his lines. Because, like I said, I forgot to click record last time we already talked about this. So now I'm
stealing all my lines and you're fucking it all up.
I'm just stealing his shit.
Fucking it all up.
Fuck.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
If I make a new X-Men movie, Rogue won't be in it. Because where we're going, we don't need rogues. There aren't any X-Men references in this.
Yeah, no, there aren't.
It seems like it's mostly DC. There's not... Are there any Marvel characters in this?
I don't think so. I think, like, fucking Disney is, like, pretty fucking stingy as fuck with with whatever they own, so...
You see Batman several times, and you see Harley Quinn at least once. This movie is nothing but references. There's, like, barely dialogue with actual characters.
Like,
well, actually, hold on. Before we go any further, I actually have to, like... I have to say this because this movie bothers me in a big way. I disliked when there were actual people in the movie. Almost every scene with real people seemed fake. But every other scene in the movie that was, like, full-on crazy CG cartoon, I loved it, and I would have just preferred to be in that world. I didn't like that it went back and forth with kind of not great acting.
Well, the scenes in the real world are so far and few between that like, you can forgive it for that, I think. as far as that goes, like you said, in our take that didn't get recorded, it's a kids movie. You gotta kind of suspend disbelief, and there's a lot
Yeah.
of things that I mean, like the thing that irritates the fuck out of me is the fact that they're like, oh, so they're trying to illustrate that there's these poor people and they live in these places called the stacks, and it's a bunch of mobile homes all stacked on each other.
Yeah.
That's actually more expensive to do than just building apartments. If they're poor,
Yeah.
how are they affording to do that shit?
But them stacking the apartments doesn't like it seem like that just saves space. Like that maybe that's what they're trying to do in this universe is like
Well,
put
no,
people like
I
stack
understand
these
that they're
buildings so that
trying
they can
to
save
illustrate
space or
like
something.
saving space, but I mean, you can put a ton of apartments in a building, like build an actual apartment building.
Yeah.
That would save more space than the fucking stacks.
Yeah, totally.
And not only that, that shit's totally dangerous as fuck, and no like actual like architectural planning for that shit. Those things just are gonna topple the fuck over. You kind of just gotta like turn your fucking common sense off and
The girl is on an Akira bike from the movie Akira, and he notices her
Yeah.
immediately. Main dude Wade sees her ride by, and he's like, "Holy shit, that's the girl! I know her from Twitch." There's already like a million other references right behind the character that's saying that.
and they go to H's workshop, and you immediately see the Iron Giant, right? And then he goes like he goes over and he's like showing her all of these little ships from different movies. You got like the Galactica, the spaceship from the movie Alien, and then you got like one or two others, and I can't remember what they are.
The alien ship was in there.
Yeah,
Weird.
it was in a box, like a box with a like hinged lid, and he opened the box and he was just like going through it like they're all little toy models. H goes to fix the bike, and then this is when they spam a bunch of fucking like
Ugh.
just references.
It was
of
gross.
things.
Like I almost threw up in my mouth during this little
Like-
part because he's being a little fanboy. He's like, "Oh, you're that girl. Okay,
Yeah,
you know,
so he
if-
mentions that his name is Parzival, the knight who found the Holy Grail, and that's why he doesn't team up and da da da. And he says that she's, well, your name is Artemis. What's James Halliday's favorite shooter? Goldeneye. What was his favorite character in that game? Odd Job. What was his favorite scenario? Slappers Only. And he goes to explain about what Oh, I know what Slappers Only is.
That's such a
And then,
cheap. That's such a cheap
yeah,
way
right.
to
What's-
just make more
what's his-
references. What was this
what's-
person's favorite
yeah,
stuff?
what's his
Oh,
favorite
a bunch of
racer?
this.
Turbo. I don't even know what Turbo is. Do you know what Turbo is?
Favorite racer?
I don't-
I don't know unless they're talking about the snail. Wasn't there like a
I
turbo
don't
snail in a
fucking know.
DreamWorks
And then
movie?
he goes on and he's like his favorite food was Hot Pockets. His favorite restaurant was Chuck E. Cheese. His favorite
Hey, you
song
guys,
was "Video Killed the Radio
you
Star"
guys
by the
remember?
Buggles.
you guys
His
remember?
favorite video was "Take on Me" by Aha.
I remember things. Hot Pocket. Remember Hot Pockets? Remember remember
I
all
remember-
of those things? Hey,
Yeah.
you guys, nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
My time.
Or why didn't they mention Tombstone Pizza? What would you like on your tombstone?
Because they only owned
Pepperoni and cheese.
they only owned the rights to Hot Pockets, not bagel bites, not Tombstone pizzas.
I swear to you that the attendant at that Halliday Journal was the ship's AI from Star Hunter, the third season. Like, so we had that movie Star Hunter 2300.
Whoa,
It
you're
was
not
about
allowed
this-
to throw in outside references. What the fuck?
No, this is in the movie. Well, the attendant at the Journal, he was like this robot butler looking.
But you're
thing.
comparing him to something that wasn't even in the movie. That is not allowed.
I think that robot butler was the ship's AI from Star Hunter. Yeah, well, so he goes in there, and like right behind the attendant is like pretty much every single fucking arcade game from the 80s, and maybe some from the 90s as well. Like multiple levels, like multiple floors of arcade games, and you can see them like they're like the ones that are up on the balconies up top or like behind glass and shit.
There's so many things to really love in this movie. It's all
Right?
it's all that crazy visual shit. They crammed a bunch of those references in.
James Halliday, in his, like, I don't know if it's his room or if it's a living room, but it shows James Halliday as a kid in 1983 playing Missile Command on the Atari 2600. And then, like, he's got like a bunch of comic books and toys all over the floor around him, and like there's like so many things that like I couldn't like fucking make out what it was because it was like blurry as fuck. But I'm sure there's like references there that I missed because I couldn't make it out, or maybe it's just something that I don't remember, or I didn't recognize because I don't know it.
Yeah.
What I did catch from that little thing was the Simon, the little fucking round Simon thing with the 4 buttons that light up and
Of
beep,
course.
beep, beep, beep,
Beep,
right?
beep.
And then you got Connect 4, Stretch Armstrong.
Wait, you actually
And
saw those things?
yeah,
They were there? Man, did you like pause the screen?
I did.
Yeah, you have to. I can't
You
even
have
believe
to.
that you caught those things.
But like, there's a lot more things that I didn't catch because it was so fucking blurry. The camera pans over and focuses on them, and you can see a Galaga poster to the right, and he's wearing a Space Invader shirt. And then he mentions asteroid, and then the other guy's like, "Well, people don't live in an asteroid arcade game, man."
Well,
They
that's
like
that's
fucking
that's part of my problem with the fucking movie, is that like it's better when they leave it in the background and you can see it later and appreciate it. Don't fucking telegraph it. Don't throw it in our
right.
face. Don't say it
They're
out loud.
baby gloving everything. Oh well, if you don't get this reference, I'm gonna explain it to you.
Yeah, we don't need that. Like I'm happy knowing that you caught some of that shit that I didn't catch.
And
But like, I don't want people saying it to me.
James Halliday says, "Why can't we go backwards? Just put the pedal to the metal and just like go really fast. Why can't we go backwards?" Bill and Ted did it,
Yep, that's what I was gonna say too. Bill and Ted did it.
and then Goro comes out and says,
Goro from Mortal Kombat.
Goro,
That's a reference.
yeah, Goro from Mortal Kombat, and then he says, "An alien from the movie Alien pops out of Goro and
Yeah.
freaks out." And
That's
then
two
it turns out
references
to
in
be
one.
Artemis, and she says, "Don't you get it?" And she pulls out these glasses and puts them on him and says that they're the Clark Kent
Clark
glasses.
Kent. That's a
They
reference.
hide your identity without changing your appearance.
They have the weird club, floaty dance club. They walk in.
Yeah, that's right.
There's like
that was the
Batman
next
says
part.
hi to him, and there's like a Harley Quinn and everybody
Yeah.
else in the universe behind them in the club. They're able to like float around and dance in the weird little dance thing. The moment when they go into that little weird shop thing, there's the Zemeckis cube. Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah, but it
that's
looks like a
reference.
Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's cube is also a reference. The holy hand grenade also a reference, and then he gets the weird fucking touchy suit.
They have a dance off, and he opens up his little menu, and then the Bee Gees is playing. Staying Alive, right? And that was a reference. That's not only is that a Bee Gees song, but that's also a reference to another to a movie,
Yep.
right?
Saturday Night Fever, I believe. I don't think I've ever actually seen Saturday Night Fever, but pretty sure that was a reference to that also.
Yeah.
And he throws the Zemeckis cube, I think,
And
that,
they go back 60 seconds
yeah.
because yeah.
The guys had busted in, shot people up. He used the thing, so it goes back 60 seconds. My favorite actor in this movie was the Halliday character. That guy, he played such a fun, lovable, aloof fucking doofus.
He was pretty cool. Yeah, and I have to agree. He was the best like character in the movie. Just about finished with this beer. I'm gonna say cheers, and I'm gonna crack another beer.
Fuck yeah, dude. Cheers, my dude. And cheers to everybody out there listening and watching or whatever.
Cheers, everybody.
I wrote down in my notes, Tab and Duran guy. Boo.
Yeah.
What? I remember the Tab thing. What was the Duran guy?
Okay, no, so basically after that whole scene when they escape from the dance hall, he gets a call from I can't remember the guy's first name ever. You said it already, Mr.
Duran
Morrow.
Duran guy. No,
No,
Ogden Morrow.
Ogden Morrow. He gets a call from Ogden Morrow, and he gets projected as a hologram into Ogden Morrow's little thing that he goes into the fucking
Yeah.
Oasis from,
Ben Mendelsohn.
right? And he's trying to make a deal with him. Why don't you join IOI and blah blah blah. Like they get into this, like he's got people in his ear telling him like things to say to try and make him think that Ogden's a good guy. And then that's when he mentions, when I want to relax, I play this video game. I like to drink a tab and play this video game and listen to Duran Duran.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, they told him what to say. They're in his ears.
Oh, that's what
He's
it
got,
was.
like all these researchers
shit.
in his ear telling him what to say.
That's hilarious. I totally forgot that's what that was. Fuck.
He tells Ogden, yeah, you probably got all your researchers in one ear and you're bored in the other, and like it's like mostly the Easter eggs, but we did spoil the movie the whole time we're talking about the Easter eggs.
This is good though. This is like a behind the scenes kind of thing, because like I'm actually currently fucking editing that. Like that's my next review because I knew that we were gonna have this talk, so I was trying to remember like the references. But after watching it again, I was not gonna write down all those fucking references. That's just a ton, and I can't even believe that you were able to like figure out some of those.
And he's looking at all these like newspaper clippings, and he's like, what part of your life are you trying to avoid? And they end up going back to the fucking Halliday Journal, and they go inside of the fucking Shining movie.
Yeah, the fucking Shining scene.
H is like, I've never seen this movie. Is it really scary? And H automatically goes to all of the fucking scary shit right away, and then it changes like literally walking around inside the hotel in the movie. And like some of the scenes from the movie play out with them in it. It's fucking, and they did a damn good job. Once it, like the first part when H like hits the button on the elevator and the blood comes out, and Wade's like, H, no, and H like fucking like gets washed down the hall with all this blood coming out of the elevator, and grabs onto this picture, the picture that you see at the end of the movie with it's supposed to be Jack Nicholson in the picture, but it's James Halliday and the gal that he went on the date with.
Yeah.
In the fucking picture from the movie.
Yeah, the attention to detail in that scene was really fucking amazing.
The way they transitioned everything, it was literally flawless, man.
Yeah,
fucking
it really
flawless.
was. Like, yeah, that's fucking movie making right there.
Let's go ahead and jump around.
There's a big old fucking crazy battle scene with like every character you've ever seen that shows up.
Yeah.
There's a fucking Gundam at one point. The Iron Giant, fucking Battletoads. The Gundam was cool, but like I hated the fucking character that was behind the Gundam. Everything is so fucking visually amazing. Bad guy shows up in Mecha Godzilla. I don't buy the story for a fucking second, but goddamn, the visuals are amazing. But I don't like that they're throwing references in my face like that's what I need. Like they're trying to feed me with a shovel. I don't need that.
Right, and then like in one scene, the Iron Giant's like falling in, like sinking into lava, and it puts its hand up like the Terminator, the good Terminator, the T-800. Does the thumbs up as it's sinking into the lava. That's a reference. And then, like, the last thing that they have to do for the Easter egg was an Atari 2600 game. Do you remember what game it was that they figured out was the Atari 2600 game that they had to play? I can't remember the name of that game.
No, I don't remember.
The game itself, the creator of that Atari 2600 game...
Dungeon or Labyrinth or
put an Easter egg into the game that was the Easter egg that you had to find was the Easter egg in that Atari 2600 game.
Oh wait, I just looked at my notes again. There was Chucky. Chucky was in it.
Yeah, Chucky was in
Yeah.
there too.
They
Chucky,
threw it like it's a weapon. Like, use this, and they're like, "What do we do?" It's a little doll trying
Just
to like
throw it. Yeah,
slice
right,
their
and they
faces
throw it
with
back and
knives.
yeah,
Yeah,
fucking crazy, right?
There's so many
Chucky!
fucking crazy references.
Food and music and games and movies and all of this other shit, just reference on top of reference, surrounded by references. Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, there's like, if you pause it, there's an army of shit. And like, I don't know, zoom and enhance. There's probably fucking a million of them.
Like, you could go into anything in this thing, and like all the objects and things in
Yeah,
there
every single fucking
could be
thing.
a reference for something.
I
It's
remember
crazy.
a sunny day. That's a reference to a
Ah.
sunny day I once had. But no, the whole movie is reference the movie. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the movie, the drones are delivering, like a Pizza Hut pizza.
Oh yeah,
to a
Pizza
person.
Hut, and they had the Pizza Hut, like the old '80s style
Yeah.
Pizza Hut symbol on the fucking.
The actual live action characters kind of suck. Like, everything that's in this crazy virtual world is really interesting. Ugh, even though they're just overloading us with fucking references. Actually, it's worse. In real life, when they do the references, it's way worse than when they do it in the fucking weird virtual world. I was okay with that way more.
Yeah, when they do it in the actual real world scenes, it's like fucking cringy. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great movie and it's fun, but there's so much cringe.
I can't
So
call it a great
much
movie.
cringe.
You know what's fucked up? I can call this a great visually entertaining movie. I can call it great in that way.
Yeah,
But as
yeah.
a movie,
No,
I can't say it's
well,
great.
it's. I can say it's a great movie in the fact that it's fun, but there's a lot of cringe, man. A lot of fucking cringe.
Yeah, there really is.
But they did like so many things so fucking great, but there's all that cringe.
It's
like,
it's
mixed
almost
in.
like you get used to this is a cringe movie. Like, you get used to doing it. Like, you get used to being like, ugh.
It was enjoyable to watch. I've watched it like 5 times.
5 times.
5 times with my wife.
You get an extra life. Goog, are you trying to
I
steal
got-
my extra life 1-up coin? That's my life.
My life.
So yeah, that's
So I
pretty much
think
all the
that's
references I can
basically
think of.
all we got for that. I
Yeah.
hope you guys enjoyed it.
Whoa,
Wackaroni,
dude!
I guess.
Are you doing my
I guess-
outro?
Yeah, I stole your outro, but I was
Holy
going to hand it
shit.
over to you to finish it.
No, now I want you to do it from like forever. Your outro is so much better than mine.
If you would have let me finish it, I was going to say, well, that's basically what we got for that right now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm going to hand it
I was
over
talking
to
over to you the
Wackaroni
whole
to
time.
fucking-
What do you even? Wait, what?
I'm going to hand it over. I'm going to hand it
Who's
back
what?
over to Wackaroni to finish
Who's-
to finish
who's-
the thing. And
Whack,
and I hope you had fun.
Who's Wackaroni? Sounds like a filthy fucking.
Thank you for joining us, Googs. I
Wait,
had
what?
fun.
What am I supposed to say?
All that shit. That's what you're supposed to say.
I-
You stole my lines. Now I'm fucking stealing yours. No, that's perfect. That's exactly the way I planned it. You stole my lines, so I stole some of yours. That's all, folks.
I had a fucking great time talking about this shit. It was an interesting movie. I had a good time watching it for a second time, and you watched it for another multiple of time, Goog. But thank you, Goog, for being with me. I had a fucking amazing time. Thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a comment so that I know how you're feeling, how you're thinking, because I love to read your fucking comments. Subscribe to Fuck Google Plus. He's my dude. He's all of your dudes. We fucking love the motherfucker. Goog, send us off.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. I hope you guys. I already did the thing, and it's already gonna work, man. You can edit around that.
No, but oh shit. Was I recording? Oh fuck. What if I just ended it there?
There you go. No, yeah, no, that's perfect. Da, da,
You can tell by the way I use my walk, my ball and land. No time to talk. You get better than that better, no references. The same move, what's the move? I did the move ain't dead. But if I tried to sing a song, I can't remember the fucking lyrics. Yep, perfect. There we go. Got it. Why would you have like a real life suit that lets you feel pain? Or if you are able to feel pain, shouldn't there be a knob or a button that lets
you
you
can
turn
like
down
tune
the pain?
down.
Yeah, like
just,
why would
to
you
let
do
it
that?
Know that this should be pain. You broke it. He's broke.